Hi guys, just Nadia here. Today we're hosting the NORA Showreel series and I am part of the NORA advisory board. I'm joined today by Leigh Williams, who is one of the founders of eStore Logistics. Welcome, Leigh.
Thanks for having me, Nadia. Great to chat.
Great to chat, especially because I haven't met you yet and Boody just signed with eStore Logistics.
Yeah, look, we're very excited. We've actually been following Boody for a few years now.
Good to know.
And we've seen sort of the growth you guys are having. And most recently, we've implemented some autonomous mobile robot technology within our warehouses, which enable us to improve speed of fulfillment and support same-day delivery and that sort of stuff in a cost-effective fashion. So we're pretty excited to have you guys on board, using that solution.
Really happy to be there, and obviously we can't be there soon enough. Tell me just a little bit about eStore Logistics and how it was founded, because definitely we did a thorough review of the marketplace across warehouse and logistics providers, and you guys by far just have an incredible offering. So how did you sort of come about being such a leader in the space in Australia?
Well, firstly, it's great to hear that your research found that. But so we're a technology-enabled logistics company. We specialise in warehousing and order fulfilment for online retailers. We currently have 5 distribution centres across the country, from which we fulfil around 15 to 20 million orders per year. So obviously that spiked right up throughout COVID last year. The business was started 12 years ago, so that's 2008. Around that time, e-commerce was starting to take off in Australia. I was selling stuff on eBay. I was working in my grad job at the time, and also I was quite friendly. I had a good mate from school, Ruslan Kogan, who had just started Kogan a year or so earlier. A few stars aligned at the time. Kogan was struggling with fulfillment, and I really wanted to start a business and not be sort of in my corporate job. And I just seized that opportunity and started eStore. So yeah, today we have over 300 staff working across our sites, and we've got some expansion plans coming up. We're bringing on additional fulfillment centres over the next 18 months.
Incredible, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now my team were in the warehouse, I think it was last week, and I got some pretty impressive videos. I understand Melbourne is sort of your most innovative warehouse currently. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so just about 12 months ago now, we had our first autonomous mobile robot site go live. And so what does that mean? If anyone's seen videos of Amazon overseas, where you've got these small robots that look like, I guess, vacuum cleaners, but much bigger than the vacuum cleaners, and they pick up shelves and they move them around. So essentially, once product comes in, Boody product comes in from the supplier, we receipt it onto inventory, we then put it away into the robotic system, and in that put away, we've got algorithms which optimise the put away activity, which ensure the least amount of space is used, which keeps retailers' cost for storage to a minimum. And then that stock goes away and gets moved around by the robots within the system. And once orders start pulling in from the retailers, so let's say Boody's had 10, 20, 50 orders an hour, the system's then rearranging those shelves and bringing them to pickers, who are humans, our people which are working at the pick stations. They're picking the stock off the robotic system, they're packaging out into outbound orders and getting onto trucks that day. So this technology we've been working with for about 12 months now, and it's across our second distribution centre, and we're now currently installing conveyor and sortation systems behind that enable us to further improve speed of fulfilment out to the customer.
Cool. So obviously Boody is going to join with you guys pretty soon. What do you think are some changes when customers come on board with such a new innovative warehouse and logistics solution? What are some of the changes that really start to impact the customer? Probably more so benefits, but what are some things that you can think of?
Well, I guess firstly, just speed of fulfillment is number one. We've been able to push off the cut-off time for same-day fulfillment to 4 p.m. We're in a traditional pick and pack environment where there's humans walking around. In order to do that cost effectively, often you have to batch like work together, which means that maybe you've got an earlier cut-off time, maybe midday, maybe 2 p.m. or something like that. So the 4 p.m. cut-off time is number one. Number two is cost effectively able to support same-day delivery. So when we're doing same-day VIP rushed orders, often in a manual environment, you've got to isolate that order, pick and pack it discreetly, and that costs money. That's quite an expensive way of doing it. But with our robotic system, we can just set priority one on that order. The order can come through the integration layer, hit our systems, we can pick and pack it within a couple of hours, usually less than an hour, and then have it on a vehicle for delivery. Probably the third one's just further increase of accuracy of the fulfillment, purely based on the system and the way it stores the stock. And also the reduction in storage costs, because it merges same SKUs within the system in storage locations. So when stock comes in from the supplier, in a traditional environment, often it'll be put away into a warehouse location manually. And if that same SKU arrives, there may not be a consolidation of that SKU to reduce space. So our system looks at what products are already in the system and then ensures we're consolidating, but then also using the least amount of space in other locations within the system.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed by that specifically because with such small base SKUs, you can often get mispicks, especially because the barcode in small base SKUs are hard to see for the human eye. Tell me about some of your customers. You obviously have some smaller but growing businesses, and then some large ones. What are your customers?
Yeah, so we work off a pretty wide customer base. We work with very small online pure play online retailers who might have 40 or 50 orders per day and a narrow SKU range, all the way up to ASX listed pure play online retailers like Kogan, Temple & Webster, MyDeal, and a few businesses like that. And those sorts of businesses have very wide SKU ranges, tens of thousands of products, and they have everything from tiny little iPhone screen protectors all the way up to 3-seater couches and king-size beds. So the product range is very diverse. We also work with omni-channel retailers. So these are businesses which have a traditional retail store network and also online retailers. So an example of that's Patagonia or Hair House Warehouse. These types of businesses have their own e-commerce platform that we fulfill for. They have their own retail stores. They also sell into small independent retailers, as well as Myer and David Jones and those sorts of things that have special compliance. And of course there's marketplace and end of season outlets. So often these businesses have quite a complex supply chain that require a specialised solution.
Cool. And obviously warehouses are sort of, I guess, the last port of call for where product ends up when it comes in from abroad. Are there any initiatives that your warehouses have put in place to sort of stay ahead of the sustainability curve and make sure that, the single-use plastic is as relatively low as possible?
Yeah, look, that stuff's really important. 5 or 10 years ago, it wasn't something we were focused on, but in the last few years, it's been a huge focus within our business. A number of our customers demand it and will only work with us if we're using sustainable packaging, whether that's coming from pallet wrap or the mailing bags which product go into, or even the void fill which go within the boxes. So we've got various suppliers that supply this type of packaging to us, and we also work with our customers who will bring sometimes their branded packaging to us, which is eco-friendly.
Yeah, cool. Great to know. Obviously, it's important for Boody as well. Tell me a little bit about your main difference in Australia compared to any other logistics or warehouse provider.
I think it's simple. We've brought Amazon level service to retailers of all sizes within Australia. So, a small online retailer that maybe turns over less than $1 million, it's very difficult for them to go and set up a warehouse, have that technology in it, and compete with Amazon without going and selling on the Amazon platform and compete with Amazon or guess on their service and what they can deliver. So what we're doing is we've democratized access to this technology and making it available to retailers so they can get this fast fulfillment, but done in a very cost-effective fashion.
Incredible. Thanks for doing that. Is next on the roadmap drones?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a few years off. Right now we've got the concept of different generation warehouses, and we're at generation 2 right now, and generation 4 is on the roadmap for the next 18 months. So there's another generation, there's 3 in between that.
Cool.
So, and this is all about optimization, minimizing, handling, how we can get this product out as fast as possible, and how we can minimize costs throughout that process.
Great. Well, certainly excited to join with you guys in a month. So thanks for having us, and yeah, have a great day.
We look forward to it, Nadia, and thanks for chatting with me today. Thank you.
No worries.